Living in New York is all fun and games until you're trying to record in the mid-afternoon and people are just out committing crime.
Okay, YouTube, so welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jasper.
So, as you guys can see from the title, I met a psychic today. First, I'm just gonna roll up, do the basic shit, talk a little bit, and then I'll tell you guys about my experience with this psychic that I met today. So while I'm rolling up, I'm just gonna talk about a few things about like why meeting the psychic was so strange to me, that it happened the way it happened, and a few things that led up to me meeting the psychic. So lately I've been really in tune with my psychic abilities, so to speak.
I've been reading a lot about tarot cards and stuff like that, and I've actually bought a deck of cards, and then it was just I'm not gonna lie, it was like I was really into it, but it was just a lot of cards, and I felt like for me to read somebody's tarot, I would want to fully understand what each card means.
And before I even like really go in, I just want to say, like, I definitely believe in people being psychic. I definitely believe that. I'm not 100% sure if I myself am psychic, but I have had a lot of weird experiences. But at the same time, I'm also a big believer in the law of attraction. So sometimes I'll be stuck in between thinking like, did I predict this happening, or did I bring this energy to me and make it happen because I thought about it so much? She gonna let me fuck ass up. I said keys in the Louis V. Fuck 12, I'm a G, ain't no stopping me. Okay, so now that I did get a little bit off topic, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my deck because it's actually really cool. So I picked up Bonfire Tarot deck, and this is by Gabby Angus West, and the graphics in this book are really nice. This book was really well written. Graphics are fucking amazing. The quality of these cards are amazing. So I'll show you guys some of them. Like, the card itself is a good quality. The reason why I was personally attracted to this deck was because it reminds me of Flash tattoos a lot. A lot of the artwork looks like Flash. Like, these are super cool. Look, tattoos. This is super dope. This is one of my favorite cards. I love this one.
So that's my deck, and I literally only read my own tarot, but a few days ago I did do a reading for one of my friends, and I felt like I did a good job. Like, I felt like that reading was super accurate for her, and I feel like it definitely had a lot of meaning.
So really quick story time.
A couple weeks ago, one of my friends had started working at my job. Shout out Noelle.
So Noelle started working at my workplace as well, and one day we had lunch together, so she did a reading for me. So as she's shuffling the cards, I'm like literally on my phone, like the whole time I'm on my phone. So then I split the deck, she puts it back together, she pulls out the first card. The first card is the death card. So immediately I'm like, wow, that's funny, not funny, but let me take a picture of it. So I tried to take a picture of it, and no lie, Noelle, when you watch this, definitely comment below so you could validate my story. No lie, when I said, let me take a picture of the death card, my phone blacked out. And I cannot use my phone the whole time she was doing the reading for me. And as soon as I got up and walked away from the table, my phone cleared out. Like, it was fine.
But Noelle also did a great reading for me, and the reason why I'm mentioning this also is because Noelle's reading was also what the psychic that I met told me. They were almost exactly the same thing. So at first I was feeling super, super sketchy about this lady, but then I thought back to Noelle's reading, and I'm like, well, Noelle did tell me the same thing when she was reading my reading too, when she was doing my reading too. But this woman went more into detail about basically the same things that Noelle already told me.
Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you guys how I came across this psychic today. And this story is gonna be a little bit of a drag because I want to go into detail about how I feel like it was meant for me to meet this person today. Like, it was so strange how the events of my day planned out. Okay, so I went to work this morning, like a regular work day. It was a little slow, so I ended up going home early. I'm supposed to get off at 5:30, but today I left around 12. I was on the train and I was deciding, like, what exactly should I do when I get home. Like, I'm like, damn, I want to get my nails done, but I'm like, I'm really tired. I should just go home and go to sleep. But I'm like, since I got off early, I might as well do it now. So I'm like, fuck it. So I'm walking to the nail salon, and as I'm walking to the nail salon, I'm like, oh shit, I need to stop at the dollar store. I should go to the dollar store. So I walked to the dollar store, and I got there, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go get my nails done first. So then I went to go get my nails done. So then after I got my nails done, I went to the beauty supply store, and I was on the phone with Yancy. And I called her and I was like, yo, I want to record a video when I get home, but I don't know what to record a video about. So she mentioned a couple of things, but one of the things that we did talk about was the tarot cards.
So she's like, oh, you should talk about tarot cards and like being psychic and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's a good idea. But I told her the same thing about how I like wasn't fully knowledgeable about all my cards, so I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do a video like that. But we did talk about being psychic. So I get to the dollar store and I pick up a few things to cook dinner, and then I put the stuff back because I'm like, oh, if I buy this stuff, I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store to get chopped meat. So I'm like, I don't feel like going to two stores, so I put all the stuff back. So then I'm still walking around the dollar store, and I'm like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna make it. So then
I picked all the stuff back up again, okay? So I buy all my stuff, and then I go to the grocery store, which is right next door to the dollar store, and I pick up the chopped meat. So I get to the register and I pay for it, and as I'm getting my receipt, as I'm picking up my bag, I turn to walk out the door, but the door literally closed, like the electronic door literally closed on the woman in front of me. Like, I watched it happen. Like, it literally just like almost closed her into the door. So she took a step back. So she took a step back and I stood behind her, and then the door just wouldn't open. So then we were like trying to move to get the door to open, and it wouldn't open. So then finally it opened, and when it opened, she turned around and she looked at me and she goes, I just felt your energy. And I looked at her and I'm like, what? So she's like, your energy isn't good. It's not good. I need to tell you something. So I'm like, she's like, can I do a reading for you? So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take your number. I'll call you sometime, whatever, whatever. So she's like, no, I want to do it for you now. I have to tell you something. So I'm like, okay. So the lady, she's like, normally I charge $100 for a reading, but because I really need to tell you something, just give me $20. So I'm like, so at first I'm like, maybe she's just trying to finesse me for $20, but I'm like, let me just see. So I start talking to her, and she tells me a few things about my life that are accurate. I guess she's seen that I was skeptical about giving her the money. So then she says to me, you just lost someone in your life. So she says to me, you just lost someone in your life, and you tell everyone that you're okay, but really you're not okay. I could tell that your soul is hurt. So I'm just looking at her and I'm like, yeah. So she's like, she asked me like if I went through a breakup, and I told her yeah. So she was just telling me like a whole bunch of shit. So she tells me like, basically she's like, you've had a rough life. And I'm like, damn sure I have. So she's like, no, your life has always been really, really hard. She's like, I could tell your life has always been hard. and you know why it's always been hard. And she's like, you have a dark spirit that's attached to you, and it's been attached to you since you've been on this world. So I was like, I was just like really, really shocked that she said that, because I joke to my friends all the time that I think that I'm cursed. And she said specifically, she's like, literally word for word, you have bad luck, and you have bad luck all the time. And I'm like, that is exactly my fucking life. So this is what she says to me. She says to me that even though I have a dark spirit that's attached to me, that I'm destined to be successful. She says I'm gonna be known and people are gonna know who I am. When she said that, it low-key hit me, because when I woke up this morning, I was thinking like, damn, should I really invest all of my energy into YouTube? Because I've been saying for a long time that I've wanted to do YouTube, and then something always happens where it prevents me from doing it. Like, something's like literally always happening in my life, like especially preventing me from doing YouTube. Like, a lot of things have prevented me from doing YouTube. This morning, I was just thinking like, damn, should I really invest all my energy into it? Is it worth it? And then after I got out the shower, I had got a message from one of my subscribers, and I'll try to post the picture. Low-key motivated. She also said that there's a lot of people in my life who are jealous of me, and she said even though I'm going through a struggle right now, there's still people who are very, very jealous of me, and that the dark spirit in my life is the dark spirit that's attached to me is feeding off of these people's jealousy. So she said that once I get rid of these people in my life, that it'll weaken that dark spirit. In the end, she did tell me a lot of things, and she did give me a lot of really good advice, but it is things that I'm definitely going to keep to myself. But before I go, let me do a quick tarot reading for myself. And I'm just going to do a 1-card reading, so I'm literally just going to pick one random card. So I'm going to go ahead and... So I'm going to go
ahead and shuffle my deck. And this, I have the Page of Cups, which is this.
It says, a wonderful emotional high, an unexpected lift, the power and beauty of nature to take the plunge into a new love and realization of life's purpose. I definitely feel like that's accurate, because after what I was told today, I definitely realized a lot of things about my life, and things that I need to change and do, and people that I need to get rid of. So there you have it.